In the vibrant world of food production, where colors play a pivotal role in consumer appeal and product differentiation, a growing concern has emerged regarding the use of synthetic food dyes. These dyes, often derived from petroleum, are not only prevalent in children's snacks and beverages but also in everyday products that many consumers may not even consider to be junk food. The allure of bright red candies, neon-colored sodas, and rainbow cereals is undeniable. However, beneath this colorful facade lies a complex web of health implications, regulatory oversight, and ethical considerations that warrant closer examination. The United States has long been a hub for innovation in the food industry, with companies constantly seeking ways to enhance the visual appeal of their products. Yet, as the demand for visually enticing foods grows, so too does the scrutiny surrounding the safety of the synthetic dyes used to achieve these effects. While some countries have taken decisive steps to ban certain dyes due to potential health risks, the U.S. continues to allow their use, raising questions about the motivations behind such regulatory decisions and the impact on public health. The narrative around synthetic food dyes is further complicated by the fact that they are not classified under the same stringent standards as pharmaceuticals. This distinction allows for a more lenient approach to testing and regulation, which can lead to gaps in understanding the long-term effects of consuming these substances. In contrast, Europe has adopted a more cautious stance, banning several dyes linked to adverse health outcomes, including hyperactivity in children and potential carcinogenic properties. This divergence in regulatory approaches highlights the importance of ongoing research and dialogue concerning the safety of food additives. As we delve deeper into the subject, it becomes evident that the use of synthetic food dyes is not merely an aesthetic choice but one that intersects with broader issues of health, ethics, and consumer rights. The psychological effects of color on human behavior, particularly in relation to appetite and consumption patterns, underscore the need for a comprehensive understanding of how these dyes influence our dietary choices. Moreover, the implications extend beyond individual health, touching on societal norms and the responsibilities of food manufacturers in ensuring transparency and safety for all consumers. In this context, the discussion around synthetic food dyes transcends the realm of mere product labeling and enters the domain of public health policy. The question arises: should the allure of color justify the potential health risks associated with these additives? As we explore the complexities of this issue, it becomes clear that a multifaceted approach is necessary, one that encompasses scientific inquiry, regulatory reform, and consumer education. Only through a collaborative effort can we hope to navigate the intricate landscape of food dyes and promote a healthier, more informed society. The debate over synthetic food dyes is not just about what is added to our food, it is also about the broader implications of industrial food production and the power dynamics at play within the sector. Food manufacturers, driven by profit motives, often prioritize marketability over health considerations. This can result in the use of additives that enhance visual appeal without regard for their potential health consequences. As consumers become increasingly aware of the ingredients in their food, the pressure on companies to adopt more transparent practices intensifies. However, the path to change is fraught with challenges. The food industry is deeply entrenched in its current practices, and shifting away from synthetic dyes would require significant investment in alternative solutions. Natural colorants, while potentially safer, come with their own set of limitations, including cost, availability, and stability. This creates a dilemma for manufacturers who must balance the demands of health-conscious consumers with the realities of production costs and supply chain logistics. Moreover, The lack of long-term studies on the effects of synthetic dyes complicates the regulatory landscape. While some dyes have been linked to adverse health outcomes, others remain untested or under-researched. This gap in knowledge leaves regulators in a precarious position, tasked with making decisions based on incomplete data. The reliance on self-regulation by the industry further exacerbates this challenge, as it raises concerns about conflicts of interest and the integrity of the research conducted. The situation is further complicated by the global nature of the food industry. With supply chains spanning multiple countries, the regulatory environment varies widely, leading to inconsistencies in food safety standards. While some nations have implemented strict regulations, others lag behind, creating a patchwork of rules that can be difficult to navigate. This disparity not only affects the safety of food products but also influences consumer trust and confidence in the industry. In light of these complexities, it is essential to foster a culture of accountability and transparency within the food industry. Consumers deserve to know what is in their food and the potential risks associated with certain additives. By promoting open communication between manufacturers, regulators, and the public, we can work towards a system that prioritizes health and safety over profit margins. The psychological impact of color on human behavior cannot be overlooked when discussing synthetic food dyes. Studies have shown that colors can significantly influence our perception of taste, quality, and desirability of food products. For instance, the color red is often associated with energy and excitement, which can stimulate appetite and encourage consumption. On the other hand, colors like green and blue may evoke feelings of calmness and refreshment, potentially affecting eating behaviors in different ways. This interplay between color and consumer psychology underscores the importance of understanding how these elements shape our dietary choices and overall health. Furthermore, the marketing strategies employed by food companies often leverage the psychological effects of color to create compelling narratives around their products. Brightly colored packaging and eye-catching labels are designed to capture attention and entice consumers, especially children, to reach for these products. This manipulation of perception raises ethical questions about the responsibility of food manufacturers in influencing consumer behavior and contributing to unhealthy eating habits. As the conversation around synthetic food dyes continues to evolve, it is crucial to consider the broader implications for public health. The rise in childhood obesity and related health issues has prompted calls for greater scrutiny of food additives, including synthetic dyes. Parents and caregivers are increasingly concerned about the long-term effects of these substances on children's development and well-being. This shift in awareness has led to a growing demand for natural alternatives and cleaner labels, pushing companies to respond to these changing consumer expectations. In response to these pressures, some food manufacturers have begun to explore the use of natural colorants derived from fruits, vegetables, and other plant-based sources. These alternatives not only offer a safer option for consumers but also align with the growing trend toward clean eating and sustainability. However, the transition to natural colorants is not without its challenges. Issues such as color consistency, shelf life, and cost-effectiveness must be addressed to ensure that these alternatives can meet the demands of the market. The journey toward a more transparent and health-conscious food industry is a collective endeavor that requires the collaboration of various stakeholders. Policymakers, researchers, manufacturers, and consumers all play a vital role in shaping the future of food production. By working together, we can advocate for policies that prioritize health and safety, support research initiatives that address the gaps in our understanding of food additives, and empower consumers to make informed choices about their diet. Ultimately, the story of synthetic food dyes is a reflection of our society's relationship with food. It reveals the tensions between industrial efficiency, consumer preferences, and health considerations. As we strive to create a food system that is both sustainable and equitable, it is essential to recognize the importance of transparency, accountability, and education in fostering a culture of health. By addressing the complexities surrounding synthetic food dyes, we can pave the way for a future where food is not only delicious and appealing but also safe and nourishing for all. If you found this video informative and want to stay updated on more content about health and wellness, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. We all deserve to know what we're putting into our bodies, especially when it comes to things marketed as safe or even healthy. The conversation around synthetic food dyes is just one piece of a much larger puzzle in the world of nutrition and public health. As consumers, it's up to us to ask questions, do our research, and make choices that support our long-term well-being. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and share it with someone who might find it useful. Spreading awareness is key to creating real change. Thanks for watching.